What's up, crew? I am back with another reaction. I'm doing a change of scenery, so I'm recording in my dining room. So, I don't know, I just felt like y'all might have wanted to know why the background was different. But we have Nightmare Files, 5 creepy true Call of Duty horror stories uploaded May 29th, 2020. Now, I feel as though when it comes to Call of Duty, because of the title, I feel like one of these is gonna be hacker related. Like a kid was playing Call of Duty, talking shit to some kid or whatever, and the kid like hacked his IP address or all that, and actually found out where he lived and tried to come and fuck him up. Because I've heard of that happening, but I'm not totally sure. So hey, we just gonna get right up in it. You already know all the important links will be down in the description. Without further ado, let's get into it.
He told us to get in our room, but the way he said it gave me chills. He looked so frightened, and that was the first time I saw my dad like that. It was something different for me.
Got a new intro, huh? Okay. I see my mans with the new intro. I need to get me one. Call of Duty. Quick question. What do y'all like best, Call of Duty or Battlefield?
I love Modern Warfare, and I usually play for hours on end.
Comment that down
If you
below.
don't know what that is, it's a Call of Duty game.
Modern Warfare.
My name is Michaela, and a few months ago, I had a really bad experience due to playing Call of Duty. I usually play with my friends, Mimi, Yaya, and Maya, in hardcore team deathmatch.
Yaya.
Warzone. I'm not really that good and possibly the worst of my friends. There was one Saturday where it was raining and storming all day, so we literally played for about 15 hours straight.
Damn.
Late that night, everyone was getting tired but me. Then this guy joined one of our games. His name was Pro Master. This man kept whispering in the mic like some weirdo or something. Then all of us received requests through PSN. I'm the only one that actually accepted it. I stayed on the game while everyone went to sleep. Every match I'd hear this guy whispering, but he kept camping in the game, so his KD was very low.
Right.
One game I did horrible. Then this guy sent me a message saying that I'll put up impressive numbers, but my overall ratio was .20. I know I suck, but this guy would not stop talking about how good I was.
That's nothing.
Just to be polite, I would say thank you. So a few weeks go by, and this guy would constantly jump in my Call of Duty games, and every Friday, he would send me a message saying, I hope you have a good weekend, like some creeper, because I would never respond. Well, until one day, he jumped in the game as my friends and I were in a free-for-all game. After the first game he played with us and some randoms, he said, good game, guys, especially you, Michaela. All of my friends stopped talking. Then Maya asked me how this guy knows my name.
See?
And I said I don't know because my username isn't even close to my real name. Then she attempted to ask him, but he wasn't on anymore. 3 days later, and this guy still hasn't logged back on. I even sent him a message asking him how he knew my name. No response. I was a little worried. Not for him, but just wondering how he knew my real name. Maybe he guessed it.
You should
So
be worried.
again,
What?
one day I get home,
What kind of guess
open
is
up my
that?
blinds, relax a little, and I started playing Modern Warfare in my living room. I threw on my hoodie to get more comfortable. Everyone was playing except for Malia. We didn't know where she was. So I'm sitting there waiting for the next game to load, and I receive a text that says, Michaela? With a question mark from a number I didn't know. I can tell it was an iPhone because I replied with, yeah, who's this?
Oh my god.
And it turned blue, and the person immediately read it with no response.
Really?
I looked up at my TV because I heard a camera sound, and I noticed a flash. I need to mention that the window was about 6 or 7 feet behind me to the right, and that's where it came from. Then I received a text message from the same number. It was a photo of me, taken from outside the window. I was stuck. I looked at the reflection on my TV. I could see a man standing on the outside of my window. I turned around and the man started clawing at the screen, trying to get in the living room.
Yep.
I yelled for my dad and he started running downstairs. Before my father got to the room, the man ran away. My father ran outside, but the guy was gone. One of my neighbors got a good look at him and helped with the sketch. I also showed the text messages to the cops. This guy just simply disappeared. I haven't seen him on a game and haven't received text messages anymore. He's never been found. That situation keeps me on my toes.
I bet.
Just be careful.
I knew at least one of these stories had to do with a child or a person getting their IP address compromised and the person coming to fuck them up. She was bullshitting though. Maybe he just guessed your name? Really?
In 2009, when I was 14, I was home alone on a Saturday night. My parents had just left for a party 2 hours away from our house. I decided to hop on my Xbox and play some Modern Warfare with my friend. We got to a lobby and played for a bit. Now, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm really good at shooter games. And when I was playing, I was dominating the enemy team. When the match finished, someone on the other team was just talking to trash, calling me a tryhard and stuff like that. I started talking back because I wanted to stand up for myself. And I'm not just going to say that my voice is really deep. It was also deep when I was 14. A lot of people thought I was a grown man with kids when I spoke on the game chat. This guy thought that too. He started saying that I'm a grown man that lives in my mom's basement. So we kept on going back and forth. The conversation was getting a lot more offensive now. We ended up on the same team, but he still kept talking trash. I tried muting the guy, but I couldn't.
Why?
For some reason, I don't know why. I could mute others, but not him. When the game finished, I tried backing out, but I couldn't. I noticed that others were able to, including my friends, but not me.
He hacked you.
I tried playing a different game, but I couldn't. That guy just kept on and on. I kept on telling him that he was annoying and he's acting like a punk. He then said to me, "Oh, you think I'm annoying, huh? Just wait." I was confused and honestly just gave up at this point. Then this idiot opened up a bag of chips and was eating like 4 chips at a time, making the noise louder. I was honestly so pissed and started calling him a fat loser and kept on making fat jokes.
Pretty much.
I went to his Xbox profile to see if I could mute from there. But when I went to his profile, I saw that he had modded account.
Yeah.
That most likely explains why I couldn't leave the game. Mute him or play a different game. I told him he was soft for modding. He changed his gamer tag to "I hope you die." He just kept on eating his chips too. I tried to turn off my Xbox, but I couldn't. I didn't realize that he had more than just a modded account. I kept on complaining to him while he continued his behavior. It just got to the point where he was furious. He ended up leaving, but the way he left gave me goosebumps. Before he left, he said in a slow, creepy tone, "Okay, I'm gonna leave now. When I find you, I'm gonna hurt you, Max." I was so afraid I couldn't even talk or move. The guy knew my name. He finally left. I should also add that it was just me and him in the lobby. I think he booted everyone and blocked anyone from joining. I didn't really know what to do because I didn't know if he was being serious or not. But how did he know my name? I turned off my Xbox because it was late and eventually drifted off into sleep. I woke up to the knock at the door. I looked at the clock. It was around 2 in the morning. I didn't want to answer that door though. The person behind that door started to pound on it. It then sounded like the person was slamming their body on the door. I then heard the voice of a person I was fighting with before. He said something like, "Max, I know you can hear me. Open the door."
What?
"I just want to talk."
No. Fuck that.
I was terrified.
I bet.
I called the police and the neighbors said they would be over very quickly. As I was on the phone with my neighbor, the door busted open and there stood a tall, fat man. You can tell he had terrible hygiene. He smelled and looked disgusting. He had long, messy hair, a heavy 5 o'clock shadow, and a bunch of acne. His clothes were also filthy. He charged at me with a kitchen knife. I ran as fast as I could
Damn.
to my bedroom and locked the door. He tried opening it, and he was pounding on the door. He even stuck his knife through the door several times, but then I heard a familiar voice. It was my neighbor shouting at him to drop the knife. My neighbor was pointing a gun at him, but the man ran outside and back through the door. My neighbor stayed with me and the cops until my parents got back.
How do you let him escape?
I'm so thankful that my neighbor got there in time.
Yeah, your neighbor a real one, but your neighbor a bullshitter. How the fuck they let him get away? As soon as he started running. Fuck, fuck, fuck! Just saying. Those weren't the best gun noises,
My
but
name
whatever.
is James, and I'm 16 years old. One evening, I was playing some Black Ops 4 on my PS4. I was having the usual night until I came across this one guy whose online ID was Killer Ken 663.
That would have been it.
I kept killing him over and over. And as he had a headset on, I can hear him shouting and swearing every time I shot him, which I found pretty funny.
It is.
He stayed in my lobby for about 4 games or so, each time getting more angry. I was finding it funnier each time. After about the 4th game of destroying him, he spoke in the lobby before the next match saying that stupid kid keeps killing me. I sat there laughing, but all that changed when the next words he spoke were, "I bet you find this real funny, don't you, James?" I immediately stopped laughing and my heart sank.
I bet.
My eyes opened wide.
Yeah.
I was so shocked to how he knew my name.
Oh, yeah.
It's not possible because my online ID is COD God 122. There's no way he could know my real name. I immediately left the lobby. I sat there at my desk for a few moments, pretty freaked out. Took a deep breath and calmed down a bit. I thought maybe he meant someone else, and I was getting it confused with another guy named James in the lobby.
Really?
Or something.
What are the chances?
It was just a coincidence.
No.
About 5 minutes passed, and I carried on playing and tried to forget about it. In the game I was playing, I noticed in the kill feed it said Killer Ken 663 connected. I was thinking, there's no way it's this guy again. I was still pretty weirded out, so I left the match I was in and went to join another lobby.
Y'all be in
After
denial.
finding another lobby, I was waiting for the game to start, and once again, he popped up. I quickly left and went to look for a new game this time. Before I even searched for the game mode, he joined me. This time, just me. I sat there and just waited. He got on his mic and said, "I'll die in hell, and he's gonna be the one to send me there." I thought this was corny, but I take all threats seriously.
Right.
I instantly backed out and was scared as hell, thinking to myself, what is wrong with this guy? I blocked him thinking he must have kept joining by going on recent players. That annoyed me. I was annoyed with myself, honestly, as this was the first thing I should have thought of. I decided to stop playing that night, and I was frightened by this crazy man threatening me. The next day when I turned on my PlayStation, I received a message. It was him, Killer Ken 663. The message read, "See you soon, James." This was 3 weeks ago. I haven't had any other incidents with this guy since then. I hope it stays that way.
Well, you better be on your P's and Q's. He knows your name. He knows some other information about you. Damn. At least 4 of these have been about people getting their information. Shit, I hit it right on the head.
Back in 2017 when I lived in Florida, my house had some woods that would extend all the way to another neighborhood. One day I was playing Modern Warfare 2 with some friends, and I heard my dad come out of his room telling me and my brother to stay in the room with the doors locked. But me being who I am, I came out of my room. I saw my mom posted outside the master bedroom with her gun and my dad with his opening the front door. He went outside to go check the backyard because he heard something or someone. Then out of nowhere, he comes in running really fast, telling us to get back, and he closes the door behind him. He told us to get in our room, but the way he said it gave me chills. He looked so frightened, and that was the first time I saw my dad like that. It was something different for me. The next day when I asked him if he knew who was there, he told me that he saw a black figure that was at least 7 feet tall just run and jump the fence like it was nothing.
Damn!
It didn't really bother me until a few months later. It was the end of 7th grade, and I was about to move. We got home late from school one day, so by the time my brother finished his homework, it was 10 p.m., and he went to go walk the dog. I decided to get on Call of Duty. 5 minutes later, he comes running into the house screaming, almost crying, with the dog behind him, scared to death. He said he saw a dark figure that was abnormally tall, looking at him behind my neighbor's house. My mom immediately got in the car, and we drove around to see if we saw something, but we didn't see anything. I know it sounds crazy, but I've believed in Slender Man my whole life. Yes, I understand. It was made up. But I did believe in it when all this happened. I just said to myself he was real. I get it. People think he's fake. He was made up. He was a creepypasta. I know.
Right.
And people think I'm crazy. I get it. But that was back in 7th grade. Now I'm going to the 11th. And that stuff still haunts me to this day. I remember several years ago, I was working night shift in the warehouse one night. I was at work just starting my shift, but they sent me home early because they didn't have any work for me to do. A few hours later, I was home playing Call of Duty Black Ops. My stepfather was away in the living room watching some old Western movie, and suddenly, we heard someone pounding on the side door. We went to check it out, and there was a man banging on the door, and he just wouldn't stop, honestly. I couldn't quite get a good look at the man. I went to my room to grab my shotgun, and I went back to the door. And it was open.
What?
I see my stepfather outside yelling at the guy.
Oh.
He told him to get away from the house, and it's 1 a.m. The guy wouldn't leave, so I stood by the window with the shotgun in my hands.
Make him leave.
My stepfather came back inside and called the police and told them there was a man on our property. He won't leave. The intruder slowly took off shortly after. The man was chubby and wearing a white tank top, a cowboy hat, and blue jeans. He was also drunk from the way he was looking. He was walking sideways. I looked out of my bedroom window, and I saw the police car slowly passing the house. Then about 45 minutes later, they came to let us know that they found him. He tried to run from them, but he puked and fell on the ground. The cops cuffed him and put him in the cruiser. The man was charged with intoxication and disturbing the peace. My stepfather requested a restraining order so the man wouldn't be back. About a month later, the man was found dead in his home. Apparently, he died of a heart attack. My stepfather said, "Good riddance."
Yeah. Really with the music? So I'm assuming you have a new outro as well as a new intro, right? This music is killing me. Oh, pretty much the same outro as it is the intro. No jump scares? I'm shocked. Man, there was so much bullshittery occurring in this video. Like, a 7-foot dark figure? What? Like, okay, yeah, Slender Man, but you said this dark figure hopped a fence and ran. I don't remember Slender Man hopping over fences and moving his legs or feet if he has any. You know what I'm saying, though? So it's kind of like, it's weird. I mean, these are true Call of Duty stories, so I mean, I believe it. Y'all know how I feel about dark figures and shadow people and shit. So I mean, that by itself is already creepy, but I don't know, man. It's like, it's weird because you know what? The online gaming community, from Call of Duty to Battlefield, um, Halo, and other first person shooters that you can play online, is so different nowadays because it's so hard to actually enjoy the game because people want to hack it and do all that bullshit, just to show off, I guess, or just being dicks in general. But I mean, it's wild because it ruins a great game. And you know Treyarch and Infinity Ward and all of these first person shooter creators, they can try to make their Wi-Fi, their internet connection, all that as strong as they want to. But I believe hackers are always going to find a way to get around the security that these game developers put into their video games, into their creations. And it's sad, but I mean, that's just a fact of life. But I'm curious to know from y'all. I want y'all to comment down below. Tell me, what is the best first person shooter, from Call of Duty to Battlefield to Halo to anything surrounding those? And if y'all fuck with Call of Duty, which one is the best? If I'm going to go off my own personal list of the top 3 best Call of Duties they have, we going to have to do Modern Warfare 3, of course, number 1, Black Ops 1 for number 2, and Modern Warfare 2 for number 3. That's my honest list. Y'all can agree with it. Y'all can disagree with it. Y'all can move those options, my choices around. Let me know. Please let me know down in the comment section, because I fucks with Call of Duty real heavy, just like I fucks with Battlefield real heavy. So let me know all that. My bad. Let me know all that down in the comment section below. And that is it for this reaction, y'all. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you drop a like, a comment, share the video, join the TBS crew. And that is all I have. Until next time, I'm out. Stay safe.